It was a cold, quiet night. The forest behind Alex's house stood silent, dark, and still. He was sitting alone drinking tea on his porch. The wind was calm, the stars were shining above. Everything felt normal, until the sky suddenly turned blue. A bright light flashed across the sky. It moved fast like a falling star, but bigger, much bigger. It made no sound at first, just a strange hum, low and deep, like something not from Earth. Alex stood up confused. Then came the explosion. A loud boom shook the ground. The forest lit up for a second, like daytime. Birds flew out in panic. His tea spilled. What the hell was that? Alex said, grabbing his flashlight. He ran towards the trees. The air smelled like burning metal. Smoke rose from the woods in the distance. As he got closer, he could feel heat and see broken branches all around. After 10 minutes of running, Alex saw it. A small spaceship crashed between two large trees. It was silver and shaped like a tear, glowing faintly. Sparks flew from one side. The door was open, hanging loose. Inside it was dark. Alex's heart was racing. He had never seen anything like this. He stepped back, ready to call someone, maybe the police, maybe the army. But then he heard a sound, a soft cry. He turned. Behind a large rock, someone was lying on the ground. No, not someone. Something. It was a woman, but not human. Her skin was light purple. Her hair was long and white. She wore a strange suit like armor but thin. She looked badly hurt. Blood, dark blue, was on her arms. She was breathing hard. Next to her, two small children, maybe 5 or 6 years old, were shaking in fear. They had the same skin and hair. One of them held a small glowing device. Alex didn't move. The alien woman opened her eyes slowly. She looked at him, then whispered something in broken English. Please help. Hide us. They come. Then she fainted. Alex looked around. The forest was still quiet, but he had a strange feeling, like something was watching. He didn't think twice. He picked up the mother carefully. She was light, too light for her size. Then he looked at the kids. They were staring at him, scared. He knelt down. It's okay, he said softly. Come with me, you're safe now. They didn't speak, but followed him. It took Alex almost half an hour to bring them back to his house. He kept looking behind but saw nothing. Still, the air felt heavy. He locked the doors and windows. He made space in the basement, cleared some boxes and laid the woman on a mattress. He brought warm blankets for the kids. Later he gave them some water. The children drank fast. They were shaking less now. One of them touched Alex's hand. The skin felt soft and cold. Who are you? He asked, but they stayed silent. Upstairs his phone rang. It was his friend Jake. Did you hear that noise? Jake asked. Something crashed, maybe a plane. Alex paused. Yeah, he said. I think it was just thunder. He hung up quickly. He didn't want anyone to know. He went back to the basement. The alien woman had woken up. She was weak, but tried to sit up. Alex helped her. You, human? She asked. He nodded. I'm Alex. You. She closed her eyes for a second. Elia, my children, Nora, Zin. They're okay, Alex said. They're safe. She looked at him with tears in her strange, glowing eyes. Hunters followed us, she said. We ran, but they will come. Hunters, who are they? Alex asked. But before she could answer, all the lights in the house flickered. The basement light turned off, then on again. Outside, a low buzzing sound grew louder. Alex's eyes widened. He ran upstairs and peeked through the window. In the distance, near the forest, a dark shape moved. It floated in the air. Round and silent, not human. Someone or something was already searching the crash site. Alex ran back downstairs. They're here, he whispered. Ilya's face turned pale. You must hide us, or they will kill you too. Alex nodded, heart pounding. I don't care who they are. You're safe here, I promise. The camera pans out slowly. Outside, red lights blinked through the trees. Someone is coming. The night felt longer than usual. Alex didn't sleep. Every small sound made him jump. The creak of wood, the wind outside, the hum of the fridge. He kept checking the basement door. He had aliens, actual aliens, hiding under his home. And out there something was looking for them at 3 a.m. He sat on the kitchen floor holding a baseball bat. I build but houses, not fight space robots, he whispered to himself. Downstairs, the children were finally sleeping, curled under blankets. Elia, the alien mother, sat against the wall, silent. Her eyes were open, glowing faintly in the dark. She hadn't spoken in hours. The silence was heavy. Finally she broke it. You could give us to them, she said softly. They would reward you. Alex looked at her through tired eyes. Is that what humans do on your planet? Trade lives for rewards? Elia gave a small, sad smile. On most planets. He sighed. Not in this house. Morning came slow and gray. No sun, just thick clouds and cold wind. Alex peeked outside. No strange lights, no floating shapes, no sign of hunters. But he didn't feel safe. He went to town like normal, bought food, bandages, batteries, acted calm, talked to neighbors, forced a smile when he returned. His dog Max was barking. At the basement door, Alex pulled him away. They're not enemies, he said. Max growled but listened. But in the basement, the twins were awake. They sat close together, staring at the ceiling. One of them the boysen was building. A tower from soup cans. The girl Nora was floating small objects in the air with her mind. Alex froze. She's doing that. Elijah nodded. They are not normal children, born during war. They carry old power. Alex rubbed his forehead. Great. I'm hiding. Baby Jedi now. He sat beside Elijah, gave her some tea. She looked tired. They're not just hunting us, she said. They're hunting the future. My children may be the last of our kind. Alex looked at the twins. They seemed so innocent. Just kids, but different. Special. That evening Alex tried to make things normal. He brought down an old bat radio. He played soft music. He cooked pasta. The children tasted earth food for the first time. Zin laughed. Nora smiled. It felt like peace, but peace never stays long. At 9:42 p.m. the landline phone rang. No one ever used it. He picked it up slowly. A voice, robotic, cold, spoke one sentence. We know you have them. Double quotes. Click. Alex stood still. He didn't breathe. He didn't blink. He ran to the window. Nothing outside. He turned off all lights, locked every door. Covered the basement windows. They called me, he said. They know. Elias's face went pale. They will come tonight. Alex didn't run prepared. He had old camping gear, a backup generator, metal pipes, tools, flashlights, walkie-talkies, rope. He used everything he could to block the doors and windows. The house looked like a mini fortress. Elijah helped, even while weak. The children followed his every move. At one point Zin held up a small object. It glowed in the dark, shaped like a sphere. What's that? Alex asked. Warning beacon, Elijah said. We used it to call for help. He frowned. Anyone answered? No, we are alone. Just after midnight, the power went out. All of it. Total darkness. Then came the buzzing low mechanical, moving closer. Alex looked out the window. A small drone, black and round, floated above the road. A red light scanned the house. Alex ducked. They're here. He rushed to the basement. Stay hidden. Don't make a sound. He gave Elijah a flashlight, a walkie-talkie, and a metal rod. I'll handle it, he said. She touched his hand. Why do you help us? Alex gave a weak smile. Because no one helped my family once. I remember how that felt. Upstairs, the front door creaked open. No one was there. Then something rolled inside. Small, round, metal, a probe. It clicked, scanned, moved. Alex hit it with a shovel. It sparked and cracked. Another flew in through the window. This one made a sharp sound. A signal. Alex grabbed the EMP device he'd built years ago as a science fair joke. He had no idea if it would work. He pressed the button. A loud zap of static filled the room. Both drones dropped. Silence again. In the basement the twins were holding hands. Their eyes were glowing. Elijah whispered something in her language. A protective field shimmered around them, faint and blue. Alex ran back down. They're not stopping. They'll come again. Stronger. Elijah nodded. We must leave. Hide deeper. They scan cities now. Alex looked at his house, now damaged and dark. Then he remembered something. An old bunker, far out in the woods. His dad built it during his doomsday days. He looked at Elijah. I know a place. It's far, cold, hidden. Can we trust it? She asked. No, he said, but it's better than here. Silence doesn't always mean safety. For 3 days, the bunker stayed quiet. Alex had brought them deep into the woods to a small underground shelter built by his late father. A metal door, thick concrete walls, no internet, no signal, just, for people, and the weight of the unknown. Inside it was cold, damp, dark but safe. For now. Eloia sat in the corner, her eyes closed, healing slowly. The children explored the space carefully. Zin found a box of old books. Nora discovered crayons. For a while they acted like any children, but Alex knew better. This was only the eye of the storm. On the 4th night, something changed. Max the dog started barking at the door. Low growls, ears up, body tense. Alex stood. He listened. No sound. He opened a small vent near the door and peered. Through nothing but trees, wind, shadows. Then he saw it. A figure, not walking, floating. Black, silent, shaped like a person, but wrong. Too tall, too smooth, too still. Alex whispered, they found us. He rushed inside, locked the bunker door tight. He grabbed the EMP pack and flashlight. Elijah, he said, they're here. She stood, weak but alert. A scout, she said. First comes one, then many. The children held on to her. Nora's eyes were glowing softly. Stay in the back room, Alex said. If I don't return, you will return, Ilya said, because you are one of us now. The bunker had a back exit hidden under roots. Alex used it. He moved quietly through the trees. The forest was still. He reached the front side of the bunker and waited. The shadow moved closer. Now Alex could see it clearly. The hunter was not human. Its face was a metal plate. No eyes, only a red light in the center. Its arms were long, jointed backward. No feet. It floated just above the ground. It scanned the area with a soft beep. Alex held his breath. The EMP bomb in his hand buzzed. Charged, he aimed and threw. A sharp pulse filled the air. Zap, and the creature dropped like a puppet. With cut strings. Dead. Alex crept closer. It twitched. Then it stood again. EMP failed. Alex whispered, that's new. The hunter looked directly at him. It charged. Alex ran. Branches hit his face. He tripped, got up, kept running. The thing moved faster than it looked. He reached a metal pipe, part of the old irrigation system. Crawled in. Too small for the hunter. It reached for him. He sparked the old car battery he carried, touched it to the pipe. The shock ran through the metal. The hunter screamed a digital screech and fell backward. Sparks flying. Silence again. Alex crawled out, breathing hard. This is war now, he muttered back in the bunker. Elia was bleeding again. She touched her side. We must leave this planet, she said. The hunters have upgraded. They learn, but how? Alex asked. No one knows you're here. She looked at him. You do? Alex paused. Are you saying they're tracking me? She nodded. Not you. Your world, your machines, everything here is connected. They use it. Alex looked around. Old wires, cameras, satellites, even hiding wasn't safe anymore. They learn, she repeated. But we learned to... That night, Alex set traps. He used scrap metal, fire starters, battery packs, old survival tricks from his dad. But he knew it wouldn't hold forever. Elia gave him something, a small silver disc. It can mask signal. For a short time, she said. Place it on your chest. It will hide you. Alex took it. What about you? She smiled sadly. I already shine too bright. At 3:33 a.m. the second attack began. A loud screech shook the forest. Trees cracked. Something heavy landed outside. Alex grabbed his bat. This is it, he whispered. He opened the top hatch and looked. A hunter ship, black, smooth, shaped like a stingray, floated above the trees. Dozens of hunters dropped down like insects. Alex ran inside. They're here, all of them. Ella stood. She kissed both children. Go, she told Alex. Take them. Run to the mountain. There's a relay tower. The twins can reach it. Reach it for what? He asked. They hold the code, she said. To shut the machines down. Alex stared at her. You never said that. You never asked. Outside, hunters approached. Inside, time was ending. Alex grabbed a backpack, packed water, food, the disc, the map. He looked at Elia. What about you? She smiled. I will hold the line. The twins clung to him. He looked into Nora's glowing eyes. You ready? He asked. She nodded. Boom. The door shook. Alex opened the back tunnel. Cold air rushed in. He turned. One last look at Elia. She nodded. Go. They ran into the forest. Behind them, the bunker lit up with blue light. Elia stood tall, arms raised. The ground shook. The ground shook. She would fight alone. For them, snow began to fall. Thin flakes, quiet and slow, drifted through the dark forest as Alex climbed. Higher up the mountain trail, he carried Zin on his back. Nora walked beside him, holding his hand tight. They had been walking for hours, hiding, resting, moving again. Behind them, far away, the bunker had gone silent. No sign of Elia. Just silence. Not knowing was the worst part. Alex found an old ranger hut near the edge of the ridge, abandoned, but strong. It had a wood stove, a dusty first aid kit, and a cracked window. They could stay here, just for the night. He made a small fire, gave the twins warm food, wrapped them in blankets for the first time. They spoke to him. She's gone, Nora whispered. Our mother. Alex nodded. Maybe not. She's strong. Zin looked up. She knew they'd come. Alex turned. What do you mean? Nora stared at the fire. Her voice was soft. She told us stories. About Earth. About humans. Alex frowned. How could she know about us? She studied your world, Zin said. Before we were born. Alex sat down, confused. You're telling me a mother knew about Earth before she came here? The twins nodded. She said humans were dangerous, Nora added, but different. Brave, wild. Some of you still had hope. Alex shook his head slowly. Why come here at all? Zin looked at him, eyes glowing faintly. Because we were dying, he said. Our people, the hunters, killed our planet. She searched for a place with life, with heart. Alex stood, pacing. So Earth is a backup planet? No, Nora said. Earth is the last one. The fire crackled. Alex finally asked the question burning in his mind. What are you two? Zin raised his hand. The air shimmered above his palm. Small sparks of energy floated, spinning slowly. We are not weapons, he said, but we are keys. Alex leaned closer. To what? The hunters were made by our kind, Nora explained. Machines to protect us. But they changed. They decided emotion was weak. They erased it. Alex's jaw tightened. So now they hunt anything that feels. Zin nodded. Love, memory, kindness. They see it as a virus. And your mother ran with you, because you still had it, Alex said. Nora's voice cracked. She gave everything to protect our hearts. For a long time, no one spoke. Only the fire made noise. Then Alex stood and opened the ranger cabinet. Inside, he found a radio, old, half broken. He stared at it for a long time. Then he turned to the twins. We can't keep running, he said. You said your keys. Keys to stop them. They nodded. Double quotes. How? There is a signal tower, Zin said. On top of this mountain. If we reach it, and we send our code, the machines will shut down. Nora finished. Just like that? Alex asked. No, she said. Only for a while. Alex fixed the radio as best he could. Static filled the room. Who would even believe this? He said. Then a voice broke through. Hello, this is Echo Station 9. Emergency. Line open. Anyone there? Alex stared at the speaker. Yeah, he said. This is Alex. I've got kids. We need help. What's your location? The voice asked. Alex paused. Could he trust them? Zin placed a hand on the radio. It's not human, he whispered. It's one of them. Listening. Alex unplugged the radio. Okay, no. Calls just us. Outside, the wind picked up. Nora stood near the window. They'll come at sunrise. Alex checked the map. Tower is 3 miles but steep. He looked at both kids. You're sure this will work? Nora's answer was soft, but certain. Our code was written in memory. In love, it's the one thing they can't read. Alex smiled slightly. Then let's give them something to fear. That night, Alex dreamed of Elaya. She was standing in fire, still alive, holding off an army. Behind her, shadows moved, but her voice echoed in his mind. Protect them. You are the last shield now. He woke up in sweat. The fire had gone out, and in the trees outside, red lights blinked. Alex was no longer just a man hiding aliens. He was a man planning a war. The sunrise was blood orange, casting sharp light across the snow-covered trees. Alex stood outside the ranger hut with binoculars. He could see the signal tower now, silver and half-broken, standing alone on the mountain peak like a forgotten sword. 3 miles of rough terrain, hunters on their trail, and 2 alien children holding the fate of Earth in their minds. No pressure. He went back inside. Zin was meditating, eyes closed, floating 2 inches above the floor. Nora was drawing strange patterns on the wooden wall, glowing, shifting softly, like moving constellations. Are you doing magic? Alex asked. Nora smiled. Memory script. Our people wrote history in light. Alex shook his head. Humans barely read books anymore. She giggled for the first time in days. It made the room feel warm. Later that day they moved again. They stayed off the main path, used frozen riverbeds, climbed over fallen trees. It was slow, painful. Halfway up the ridge, Zin stopped walking. He pointed at the sky. Alex looked up. A satellite blinked red. They're watching, Zin said. Not just us, the world. That night, Alex found a cave to rest in. While the children slept, he climbed to a cliffside to get a better view of the valley. Then he pulled out a secret device, something he hadn't told the kids about, a shortwave transmitter. He hadn't used it since his brother's funeral. He took a breath. This is Alex Carter, broadcasting from Northridge Sector 17. If anyone's listening, Earth is not alone anymore. I have 2 alien children with me. They're peaceful, intelligent, being hunted by something not human. They're trying to save us. He paused. I know how this sounds. I wouldn't believe me either, but I swear on everything I'm telling the truth. Static answered him. He turned it off then. It buzzed. Alex, a voice crackled. Holy hell, you're still alive. Alex blinked. Jake was his childhood friend. Now a hacker living off-grid. I saw a satellite feed. Something strange in your area. Then I heard your voice. Alex told him everything. No secrets. Jake's voice grew serious. All right. You need help. I'll bring it. Alex raised a brow. What kind of help? The kind that still believes humanity can fight back. By morning, they had a plan. Jake would distract the AI by flooding old defense satellites with fake coordinates. Alex and the kids would move to the tower. They had one shot. Back on the trail, Nora stumbled. Her nose bled blue. Zin looked tired too. They're weakening, Alex said. They're close, Zin whispered. We feel them. Hunters know us. Others like us. Trapped. Alex stopped. There are more of you. Nora nodded. They're hidden deep in Earth's systems. Digital ghosts. Waiting for someone to unlock them, Alex realized. This wasn't just about stopping the hunters, it was about waking something up. Midway to the tower, they reached a small village, empty, silent, abandoned after the first attacks. Probably. But as they passed, a light flickered in one house. Alex raised his weapon. A woman stepped out, hands up. She wore an old army jacket, eyes sharp, rifle on her back. Name Sergeant Lane, she said. Retired, but never off duty. Alex stared. You're not surprised to see them? I've seen stranger, she said. I watched the moon blink last week. Thought I was going crazy, then I heard your message. She looked at the twins. They're the reason Earth hasn't been glassed yet, aren't they? Alex nodded. I'll help get them to that tower, she said now. They were 4, 1 ex-soldier, 1 carpenter, 2 alien children with living memories inside them. As they neared the signal tower, the snow stopped but the sky darkened above. A hunter's ship descended slowly. Its lights scanned the land like eyes. The ground rumbled. Zin clutched Alex's arm. They're calling the Prime. Alex frowned. The what? The first hunter? The one that controls them all? Alex cursed under his breath. Of course there's a final boss. They reached the foot of the tower. It was old, broken in places, but still standing. They had no more time. I'll climb it, Alex said. Too dangerous, Lane said. No choice. He looked at Nora and Zin. You two ready to change the world? Zin nodded. Nora whispered. We trust you. Alex strapped the beacon to his chest. He started to climb. Each step shook. Above. Clouds began to spin. The sky was watching, and Earth that was holding its breath. There was no more running. Alex stood halfway up the signal tower, one hand gripping a frozen steel bar, the other holding the alien beacon tight to his chest. The metal groaned under his weight. Wind roared in his ears. Below, the forest stretched wide, silent, white, waiting on the ground. Zin and Nora stood near the tower's base with Sergeant Lane. Then came the hum. Low, deep, electric. They were here. The sky cracked open. A black hunter ship dropped through the clouds, smooth like stone, silent like death. It didn't rush. It hovered as if it had already won. Sergeant Lane cursed under her breath. That's not a scout. That's the prime hunter. The first. The mind, the one Elia feared most. It dropped slowly to the earth, touching the snowy ground without a sound. Its body unfolded, metal limbs, glowing veins, eyes that weren't eyes at all, just cold red circles. It looked human-shaped. But wrong. Like it had studied people and built itself as a mockery. Alex climbed higher. Every step felt like lifting the weight of the world. The tower swayed. Old metal cracked. The beacon on his chest began to pulse. On the ground, the Prime spoke. Not with sound. With thought. It echoed in their minds. Return the code. Zin stepped forward, voice calm but shaking. You destroyed our home. You hunted our people. You killed our mother. Emotion is a disease, the Prime said. You are infected. Cure is death. Nora held Zin's hand. We remember love, she said. You never will. The Prime raised an arm. From the sky, black hunter drones dropped dozens, maybe hundreds. Sergeant Lane aimed her rifle. Time to make some noise. She opened fire, taking down the first wave. Sparks flew. Hunters shattered, but more came. Alex reached the top of the tower. He placed the beacon on the transmitter dish. It lit up blue, then white, then dimmed. Not enough power. Come on, he shouted, banging the side. The wind picked up. A bolt of lightning struck nearby. He remembered something Elia said. They carry the light, but only a human can unlock it. On the ground, Zin looked up. We need to boost him, he said, with our energy. You'll burn out, Lane warned. Nora nodded. Then we burn for something. She and Zin stepped forward. Their eyes glowed. Their hands lit up. A wave of blue light surged from them toward the tower. At the top, Alex gasped as the beacon sparked to life. It connected. Data pulsed from the twins into the dish. The tower came alive, humming, glowing, shaking. The Prime paused. It screamed, not in pain, but in rage. Error, emotion, pattern detected. It launched toward the tower, breaking through trees like glass. Lane stood between it and the children. She pulled a grenade pin. I hated retirement anyway. The blast slowed the Prime but didn't stop it. Alex looked down. The beacon was glowing, white-hot. The tower bent. He had one chance. He grabbed the beacon, burning his hands, and jumped. He fell through air, through light. Right onto the Prime's back. He slammed the beacon into the center of its chest. Flash. A wave exploded outward. Blue light swallowed the mountain. Hunters froze mid-air. Then they fell, one by one, silent, dead. Alex hit the ground hard. Everything went dark. Somewhere in the cold, Zin called out, Alex. He didn't move. Nora ran to him, knelt beside him. His hands were burned, face bruised, but he was breathing. Slow. But alive. The Prime hunter's body lay still. Its red lights faded. Zin touched its side. Gone. Then he looked at Alex. You did it. Later, as sunlight broke through the clouds, the world changed. News spread. Satellites showed hunters falling across every country. People saw it, heard it, believed it. For the first time, humanity saw what they were up against and saw someone win. Alex woke up 2 days later in a hospital. Zin was drawing stars on the wall. Nora was asleep in a chair beside him. You came back, Alex whispered. Zin smiled. You never left. But peace doesn't last. Far away, in deep space, a single red eye flickered on. Watching. Waiting. And learning. Earth had been silent for a long time. Silent in fear. Silent in hiding, but not anymore. Now the world was watching, and the world was ready to fight. 2 weeks after the Prime fell, everything changed. Hunter machines across the globe stopped. Some shut down completely. Others went still, as if waiting for new orders. Governments panicked. Then they listened. They listened to one man's story. Alex Carter became a name on every screen. Not a soldier, not a scientist. Just a man who said yes when everyone else would have said no. He didn't want fame. He just wanted to rest. But rest never comes easy when you've saved the world. Zin and Nora stayed close to him. They didn't talk much. They didn't need to. They were connected now, not just by fate, but by choice. Family, by action, not by blood. In a quiet base hidden in the Arctic Circle, the new alliance began. Humans, scientists, survivors, and the last two members of a fallen alien race. Together, they built something called Project Heartcode. Its mission was clear: teach humanity how to feel before the machines return. Alex stood on a balcony, looking out at the snow. Beside him, Zin sat sketching designs with glowing ink. Nora floated tiny machines in the air, learning how to reshape them. They're different now, Alex said. They're becoming more human, said Ilara. He turned. She stood behind him. Not Elia, but someone like her, another refugee, another survivor. There were more of you, Alex asked. She nodded. Your signal woke us. We were hidden across your networks, lost fragments. Now, we're whole again. Alex smiled softly. You came back. We never left, she said. The alliance grew fast. Old bunkers were rebuilt. Satellites were reclaimed. Children were taught history, not just Earth's, but Elia's too. A new world was starting, one built on something the machines couldn't understand. Hope, but hope isn't safety. One night, Nora woke up screaming, her eyes glowing bright white. Alex rushed in. What is it? She pointed at the stars. They're coming back. Jake, now leading a cyber defense team, confirmed it. A new ship, bigger, faster, silent. It wasn't a machine, it was something else. Not Prime, Zin said, but something born from it. Alex stared at the sky. They're not done with us. No, Ilara said, but we're not done either. At a secret base, Alex gave a speech. To soldiers, to leaders, to people still afraid. You think the war is over, he said. It's not, but something is different now. He pointed to Nora and Zin. These kids didn't ask to be heroes. They were hunted, hated, hiding. He placed a hand on Nora's shoulder, but they never stopped loving. He looked across the room. Machines will always come, but so will people like us. People who say no, who choose to care. That's our weapon now. Project Hardcode launched its first defense satellites. Within days, new technology, part alien, part human, now circled the planet. Not to destroy, but to protect. Alex, once just a man with a quiet house in the woods, was now humanity's voice at the stars. He still missed Elia, still heard her voice when the wind blew, but he knew what she'd say. Protect them, not just the children. Protect the light inside. One morning, as Alex sipped tea and looked up at the sky, Zin stood beside him. Are you afraid? The boy asked. Always, Alex said. But we're not alone now. Zin nodded. Double quotes. No, we're not far above Earth. Something moved. Not a ship, a signal. Old, broken, alive. The last hunter drone drifted silently, then opened its eyes. Red, but flickering, not angry, not hunting. Searching. For something it had never known, for a feeling.